Hey, something very interesting happened this morning today. My father sent me a picture of the vegetables that he has cut for the morning cooking, helping my mom. Occasionally, he used to do that, but I've been asking him to support the mom, and it feels really happy to see the consistent commitment from the spouse. It is very, very important that we involve the spouse and the children. Okay, whether in your home, whether your husband is cooking, or the wife is cooking, or a mom or dad is cooking. Okay, the very important thing is that your spouse and children's and your grandparents, whoever is eating, we need to participate in the cooking as well. It is very, very important because it is not just eating which gives the nourishment. It is also the how we connect with the food that makes the difference in our digestion, assimilation, and also the nourishment that we get from the food. It is not just with the food as a material that we get the nourishment from. It is also the connection that we create. In order to get the nourishment, the best nourishment from the food that we consume, how much contact that we create, how much possible contact that we are able to. Only if you are getting the contact of the food at the time of eating, and putting in your mouth. These days a lot of people are like even not even contacting the food with their hands. They use the spoons and the forks and stuff like that. So they don't even contact the food at the time of like ingestion, right? And just directly getting into the mouth. So from here onwards, if we start from the point of ingestion, going back from one step at a time, using your hands to put the food in your mouth, and then participating with your hands in the cooking, cleaning, and the cutting of the vegetables and preparing the food, and then going further one step back, if you can grow a little bit, or even not before growing, if you can go and buy, touch your vegetables, instead of the packaged items coming to your home, you go and pick your food. When you pick your food, you create a contact with the food, and the food started, like the vegetables or whatever the food material, starts identifying you already. Like there is a recognition. Every touch has a recognition, right? So how you recognize people, when you touch something, some material or something, you get to know something about it, right? So that is the communication within the system. So that is what is happening when you buy the vegetables, when you select them, when you caress them and see them, it starts identifying already and making a connection already. So it is definitely is making a big impact with the nourishment and the nutritions that you can absorb from them. And going further back, if you can make your own home garden and grow the vegetables, or if you have access to the farm, if you can grow your vegetables in your farm. So like increasing the level of connectivity, how far you can increase the connectivity of your food, is that deeper is the integration of the food in your body, and the nourishment that you get from the body. It is not about that, how many varieties of food that you can get from across the world that is going to make a big difference. It is the amount of contact that you can create with the food is going to make a tremendous difference. Going further, if you can also eat the food grown in your own garden, where you walk every day, like you spend some time every day in your own surroundings, that's what I heard in the Ayurveda also says, you should consume a food that is in the walkable distance from where you are living. That is the best way. The very idea is about this body remembers everything, where you walk, where you live, it remembers everything. It is very, very conducive for it to consume, assimilate, and integrate, and making something as a part of yourself. It is very, very conducive for it to do when it is from the very local, very place where you live, how proximity it is coming from. It's all making a big difference. These days we have started a culture of getting things from across the world, and in the name of exotic vegetables, exotic things. It's so fashion to do those things, but it is not. It is not. At least even if you are consuming those things, make them yours. At least by touching them, buying them, cutting them, participating in them. So it starts becoming, it's easy for them to get assimilated. Something coming all the way from New Zealand or something from America for the apples or the other things. So many things these days are coming far from where we live. So at least by cutting, touching, participating in the cooking, you make it easy, the process of assimilation and nutrition and digestion. I'm very happy that our dad is taking consistent steps in this direction. I wish he also participates in the evening cooking. And by the way, we are in the process of creating global community for natural living, and it's about you and me participating together in creating this. You can stay connected with me on the Facebook or YouTube, or use the link for the WhatsApp to join the group called Global Community for Natural Living. And here we will take simple steps, the baby steps towards natural living, to start from wherever you are, to realign your life towards the natural living and take it to the ultimate natural living of living as close as possible to the nature, how the nature intended us to live. And we'll take it step by step. It is a 7-step process. So please join me and let's make it happen.